pense qu'il faut continuer de remettre de l'argent dans le portefeuille des Québécois parce qu'effectivement, l'inflation est à un niveau élevé.
So hey, Alexa for Red News, and I'm currently in the old city of Quebec because I want to discuss about a really serious topic. I'm talking about inflation. I'm curious to know if the people think that it's come from COVID, the war in Ukraine, or something else, because as you know, we heard so many different things from the mainstream media, but we don't know the real reason why we live under a really huge problem of inflation. I'm here for talking about that with the citizen, and as well, I'm here to know a little bit how the inflation is affecting their life and what they are thinking about Mr. Legault offering $500 to all citizens to fight against inflation. Let's check it out, what they have to say about this. So we have the gas price and the food. What is affecting the most your life right now?
Probably the gas. Yeah. I'm retired. I don't drive very much because of the cost of gas now. And to a lesser extent, the cost of food is going up and up. And the other thing I'm concerned about is shortages.
Mostly the gas because for my job, I travel a lot. So like I would probably use like $200 a week in gas now.
I'm old enough that I was here in 1974, and I remember that happening once before, where you couldn't get fuel. I was working for Ford Motor Company, and the sales completely changed from big cars to small cars because people were so afraid that you can't get fuel and you need to get a vehicle that was really fuel efficient to offset the cost of and the shortage of the fuel.
Everything's up. I mean, groceries are crazy. I don't know how families with like single parents, especially, and kids decide between, I don't know, rent, mortgage, and feeding their family, because we're fortunate, but it's still like you really feel the difference. It's definitely noticeable to anybody, no matter what your income stream is. But if you were, like I said, someone who is living somewhat humbly to begin with, I don't even know how they're doing it.
Those three, that affects anybody. Anybody that's, paying bills.
Yeah, when you're trying to buy something and you can't. And just like now, there's the baby formula that there's a big problem with. So if you have a child, it's hard to get.
What did cause this inflation?
I think the cause of the inflation is Mr. Biden closing down these oil wells, the drilling, and it's forced the price of fuel, diesel fuel and gasoline, to soar, and that is causing inflation, and I believe it will drive us into a recession.
A bad prime minister, poor government. I don't really know. Someone who's not for our people, for sure.
I think one, the war in Ukraine, that's one of it. And then I'm not really sure with the rest of it in the U.S.
Do you think you have something to be related with the Ukraine war?
No, I think all of this started, and whatever wheels are in motion right now have been in motion a lot longer than that. So I think it's definitely political, and I don't know what the point is to make everyone dependent on the government.
And so we know that our premier are offering $500 to citizens to fight against inflation. What do you think about that?
It's a good gesture, but it's not nearly enough. I think the cost of living is going to become very, very expensive. Yeah.
I think there's better things that he could be putting the money to, maybe helping out the Ukraine, because a lot of us are fortunate enough, like, sure, I don't like paying extra for the gas, but there's more important things that I think he could be putting the money to.
I mean, I don't know, again, you're just throwing money out, right? I don't know what the point of it is. I think that, I don't know, I kind of hope Canadians start speaking out more, because you hear a lot of them complaining, but I think we're knowing not to really speak out as much. As someone from the States who we're friends with said, Canadians, they won't fight back. And I think they're not kind of wrong on that. We speak a lot about it, but we're really not standing up for it.
As you know, inflation will probably be one of the topics that will be discussed on the leadership debate for the Conservative Party in French next week. So if you want to know everything about the leadership race for the Conservative Party, please go to leadershipreport.ca, and on this website you can as well contribute generously for our journalism. Thank you.